back to the Sistah Talk podcast. I'm the queen of the stars, Gold Chain Diva, and this is my co-host,
Miss BB, and that's what it is.
And we're just two sisters with a lot to talk about, but we always got something for the misters.
Absolutely.
But before we jump into everything, how's your week been going, sis? What's been going on?
So, let me tell you, it's been a long, short week, if that makes any type of sense.
Oh, I'm sure they understand what you mean.
Yeah, definitely. So, just been sick off and on. I'm finally feeling better. But, just trying to go to the doctors, make sure I'm, being 30 years old. Listen.
Listen, hold on, wait. We got a lot of listeners that are probably in their 50s. Is going to be like 30.
30, right?
Listen, I don't know what 30 we got and what 30 y'all was, but this 30 ain't that 30. Let's just say that.
And it has to be totally different because there's no reason every time I wake up I have a new ache and a pain. I'm like, ooh, my back, ooh, my leg.
Head,
yeah.
They going shoulder been hurting.
Listen, so it's just, that's how my week's been. How about you? How's your week been?
Well, my week has been pretty much the same as yours. It's the beginning of the year, so everything's been busy with my job.
Yeah.
Been just head down all week, just plugging away, trying to get caught up on everything, because every time I look around, somebody needs something from me. But other than that, I'm blessed. I'm here. Good health, sound mind.
Yeah, there you go.
We here.
All
We
right,
here.
All right.
Alrighty. So the topic that we have for you all, and if you see me looking at us, because my cat is under this table right now scratching at me. Because Gotti got to make an appearance every time.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so the topic for tonight, one of the topics for tonight is side chicks. Now, this was actually a topic that I think you were more passionate about.
Absolutely.
So I'll let you kick us off, and then I'll just fill in the blanks where I can.
Okay. So first of all, what is the definition of a side chick? Because everybody has their own different opinion. My definition on a side chick would be somebody that's playing the side position with somebody that's in a relationship.
Right.
That's my definition. So what would be your definition of a side chick? Same thing or something a little different? Everybody has their own opinion.
Gotti, please leave me alone. Look at him. Anyway, I would say that my definition is definitely the same. I feel like no other way you could spend it.
Absolutely.
One person has to be in a relationship, and it involves somebody on the side. I mean, hence the term side chick.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
I guess just I've never been a side chick. But I feel passionately about people that know, I shouldn't say people, women that know that other women and men are in a relationship and they choose to still deal with that man. Now, it does take two to tango, so I understand that, but it's like, come on, sis. Like, we got to have some type of respect for each other where you're not going to be, dibbling and dabbling.
Well, at this big age of 30, I can't say that I am the side chick any longer.
Okay.
But I have played the role of a side chick multiple times in my life.
Okay.
So yes, I've been a side chick a few times in my life.
Okay.
Obviously in my younger years when we just don't care about a lot of the things that we're doing. At the time, I can say that I did not care about the other woman because at the time, I guess it was enough for me to have that guy in that moment, whether he was in a relationship or not. Like, I felt like it had nothing to do with me.
Right.
Like, that's your relationship and
right.
you're choosing to step outside of it. It wasn't a good thing.
Yeah. Like, you didn't feel good while you were doing it, but
the first time I did it, I didn't feel good about it.
Okay.
The first time I did it, I didn't feel good about it because the person, his girlfriend at the time, was actually pregnant. And I still did it anyway, knowing that she was pregnant. One of the things that I think turned me off the most about the scenario was the fact that when we would meet up, and we met up at his house, that I would see pictures of them together on the wall. I would see items of her stuff just laying around.
Yikes.
It didn't matter to me because at that time I didn't want a relationship.
Right.
So it was easy for me to compartmentalize and come for what I came for. And you know how they say sneaking and geeking? I was sneaking and geeking.
And it's interesting to hear, like, your side, because a lot of times, you know, like, I don't know, like, not saying the side chick is looked at as a bad person or human being.
Listen,
but
I was keeping the peace. I felt like it was a partnership. Okay, I keep him happy, so when he come back to you, you ain't got nothing to work on.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. When you're talking about that, it reminds me of Sistah the Weekend.
Yeah.
You like 9 to 5 on the weekend. Listen, it just, I mean, but it's interesting to hear your side and how your mental state was, you know, when you were, you know, doing that, because we always are like, oh, well, why she's trifling? Why would she do that? You know what I mean? But your mindset, you were single.
Right.
It was
his decision, not mine.
Absolutely. Now, we're not saying that it's right.
We're not saying that it's right.
We're not. But
I would say that, like I said, it was multiple times that I was in that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The second time that I was placed in that scenario, I actually was dealing with a guy. He was not in a relationship, and we were not in a relationship. But somewhere along the lines of us dealing with each other, he got into a relationship. And so at that point, I was the side chick by default.
Right.
And at that point, my thought process was, I was here first.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And I didn't care because I still didn't want a relationship.
Yeah.
And I got him when I wanted him and sent him right on back.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, it's definitely a broken mentality because, you know, in my mind, I'm like, I mean, obviously she can't please her man if he coming to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a broken mentality, but really, like, as at this big age of 30, I realized that me taking that stance then was just me not knowing my value.
Okay.
And not expecting more.
Right.
Even if in my mind I didn't want more,
yeah,
still not accepting that scenario.
Yeah.
So it was like a moment where I was just like, you know what? I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And from that day on, where I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this to another woman. I
Yeah.
never did it again. I never did it again.
Yeah, yeah, because you know how it feels, and it's almost you're putting yourself in that person's shoes. You know what I mean? And it's not a good feeling. I'm pretty sure anybody can say it's not a good feeling to get cheated on, to be played with, to have your emotions played with. That's never a good feeling. It's never a good feeling. So
nope, it's not.
It's just
like I blamed my karma on those situations. For a while, I was getting just the shitty end of the stick when it came to trying to be in a relationship, trying to actually connect with somebody on a deep level. Like my karma was hitting me strong for a minute.
Yeah.
Like for a minute, and I was just like, dang, like, am I ever going to like be in a good situation where somebody's not trying to play me or give me that type of energy? And really, I was just getting what I put out there, for real.
Listen, and karma is a real thing.
Yes, it is. And it works very quickly sometimes,
too. Yes, it does. And I'm trying to think of a situation where I possibly could. Listen, I've done some shit, okay? I think we all have. You know, that's what makes us who we are today. So, with that being said...
Well, from your perspective, I think I want to ask a question.
Okay,
from your perspective, since you are in a relationship...
Yes.
And, you know... It was on your heart to talk about the side chick scenario because you really can't wrap your mind around it.
Yeah.
I always say that a man has enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in a relationship, like actually living with a person, having a routine with a person, like why do you feel like women don't see it? Do you think that if you were in that scenario that you would be able to pinpoint that something was wrong, that something was off?
So I wasn't in a scenario, like I wasn't the side chick, but I was in a relationship where somebody had a side chick, and so I can like speak from experience. And you know, at the time I was living with the person, and things just change, you know, because like you said, you're used to living with the person, you have an everyday routine. That person goes to work, you go to work. When somebody starts creeping in, 4 hours after the time they're supposed to be home, 5 hours, and you're just like, okay, well, hold on, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And then there's the women intuition.
Mm-hmm.
When you have that intuition, you need to follow it because it's real. Like, it's real. And at the time I was dealing with this, I was younger. It's in the past. I prayed about it, gave it, and forgave the person. So it's no beef. You know what I mean? But it was definitely a lesson learned. And I wish I would have been, how can I say it? I couldn't have reacted better to the situation because I never been through something like that. But I just kind of wish that I would have had like more of an inkling because I kind of let it go on too long. So
and as women, and that was what I was gonna say. Like, why do you think as women we know, and women's intuition is a real thing.
Absolutely.
Like, it really is. Like, God bless us for women's intuition, and for whatever reason we don't listen to it.
No.
Like, we do not listen to it for whatever reason. So, like, why as women do we stay too long?
We were just created as emotional beings. Like, we are emotional. Like, some can say, I don't do emotions. You have them.
Like, she can call me on camera.
You can.
I'm emotional from time to time, guys. But I just don't prefer emotions.
And that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes each one of us different. But we all have emotions, and we go off of our emotions. Mm-hmm. We do. We go off of our emotions. We're not thinking logical first. Sorry, I touched her. We're not thinking logical first. We're thinking, I love this person. I've been through a lot with this person. We've seen each other's ups and downs. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. And that's emotional. That's all emotional things. So, I don't know. It's hard.
Well, when you find out that your partner has a side chick, I mean, do you, like, what is that conversation like? Like, do you ask them why?
I think it depends on, yes, that does come up, but I think it depends on the age, I'm telling you. How old you are when you're dealing with this. Because we're 30 now. When I dealt with what I dealt with, I was younger, let's just say, and I handled it totally awful. Mm-hmm. I handled it absolutely the way that you wouldn't want to handle a situation.
Which is
crazy. Listen, I'm just being honest. Crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably how I would handle that situation at this big age of 30. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Especially if you haven't ever experienced something like that. Especially if you haven't experienced.
I'm a fire sign. I'm gonna explode before I even think about it.
And see, I'm a water, so you would think I would have been cool and flowy. I think I turned into a fire sign then, because I was on it and pissed. You know, so. I just really feel like it depends on what state of mind you're in at the time.
Right.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The side chick situation is definitely a thing since we've been younger to today in 2023 has turned into a culture.
Yeah.
These days, you know, people favor toxicity in relationships.
Absolutely.
So people don't even care anymore about being the side chick no more. As long as he bring me my money, he cash at the Venmo, fly me out. Like,
remember that show? And that's just a little side. Remember the show that the side chicks of whatever, Charlotte?
Yep.
I was like,
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. And if you haven't watched it,
it's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi.
And I know y'all be talking a lot of stuff about Tubi, but Tubi got the hidden gems. I don't care what nobody says.
Absolutely.
It's better than Netflix, to be honest. I personally think so. But yes, it's a culture these days, and I really wish that women really understood their value. Like, I thought that, you know, as you age, it just comes natural to like get some type of get some type of coof about you at some point. But some people don't experience that moment when they actually go through that thought process and be like, look, I should not be doing this to another woman.
Absolutely.
So yeah, with that being said, guys, it's never right to be the side chick. And dudes, if you feel like you gotta step out on your woman, the proper solution is really to have a conversation with them. Please. And let them know what you're feeling and why you're feeling that way. Please. And really talk about it as adults.
Yes.
But so the next topic that I want to talk about that I think is a new concept for a lot of people Some people probably never heard of it, and I know you said you never heard of it.
No.
But mixed weight relationships.
Okay.
So what a mixed weight relationship is basically a BBW and a slim guy. Like an athletic build or just a slimmer build guy. Somebody that's not a BBM.
Okay. This is what I was going to ask you first, and I'm being so serious. What is the definition of a BBW?
Well, it stands for big beautiful woman.
And I do know that. But where is the cutoff?
Honestly, I don't know what the weight limit is because, I mean, personally, I would consider myself a BBW.
Okay.
But I'm not round or fluffy.
Right.
So I don't know that people will look at me and consider me a BBW. But I do because, I mean, I'm plus size.
Right. And, you know, with me being a shorty all my life, all the life that you've known me, I'm fluffy. So would I be a small BBW? Like, is that
a petite BBW?
A petite BBW? Because I'll claim it. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I'm a little fit.
Listen, ask your boyfriend when you get home.
I am.
Because I feel like he's the only person that can tell you whether you're a BBW or
I'm
not.
gonna ask him. I'm really, and you know what? He's gonna watch this.
Personally,
I'm gonna ask him.
personally, I wouldn't consider you a BBW.
Okay.
Like mostly, like I said, I call myself a BBW just because I know what the scales say. However, when I really think about what a BBW is, I really do consider it to be like a more fluffier woman, like a rounder woman.
Okay.
Like somebody who like got more junk in the trunk. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that in a derogatory way.
Yeah, no.
But like, cause BBW, I mean, they call BBWs for a reason. Big, beautiful women.
Yeah.
So they're beautiful.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so mixed weight relationships is
Okay.
exactly what it says. Mixed weight, meaning one person weighs more than the other person.
Okay.
Substantially more. The reason why I wanted to bring this topic up is because I really don't understand why it's an issue.
Okay. Yeah.
It first came to my mind when I was on Instagram. And I don't know if you know of the girl. I believe she might have been a senior when we were in high school.
Okay.
And she's kind of like a influencer, like a public figure now. Like she's, you know, she got a following and stuff.
Okay.
Her name on Instagram is like, well, I think that's her real name is Nabella.
Yes. I actually had a class with her. Yeah.
So she literally posted something on her Instagram the other day, and it threw me off because I was just like, yo, people are so mean, and I just didn't understand why they were giving her that type of energy. So basically, I'm trying to find it, but basically, if I recall correctly, she posted a video with her and her husband, because you know she's in a mixed race relationship as well.
Yes.
And he's a lot smaller than she is, but they look happy.
Right.
Somebody took it upon themselves to post in her comment section and basically told her that she looked like a fat toad and he must be gay. And I'm just like, why he gotta be all of that just to be with a BBW?
And we all know, everybody knows, in today's society, they have a way that a woman should look.
Right.
Skinny waist, big butt, big breasts, whatever. That's not ideal, okay? There's nothing wrong with women getting their bodies worked on. I listen, if it's your choice, it's your body, you do what you want, okay? But don't make somebody else feel bad because they are enjoying and loving themselves. Like, nothing is wrong with it. Nothing is wrong with it. You have to look in the mirror and you have to love.
Because I just feel like, you know, it definitely has to be an insecurity on behalf of the person who's attacking that person. Like, why does it matter to you so bad that this beautiful plus size woman could bag a guy that was smaller than her?
Exactly.
That don't even make sense to me. Like, the stigma of what big girls are is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Like, people automatically look at big women and assume low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
They assume, like, oh, she just gonna take whatever she can get.
Yeah.
Like, it just bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me a lot because I just feel like that really shouldn't even be a thing. Like, the fact that they even have a term for it pisses me off.
And listen, I've never heard of a mixed weight relationship. So with that being said, yeah, I'm not. That's definitely not okay. And for whoever came at Novella and her, excuse me if I'm not saying her name right, but her and her husband should be ashamed because you wasted.
First of all, she's a beautiful person.
Absolutely.
Inside and out, like, you know what I mean. Like, she has overcome a lot that she shares with the public.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's hard.
People are miserable.
Absolutely. Listen.
Y'all Twitter fingers, stop attacking people. If you're not happy with yourself, go figure it out and stop attacking people.
Because it's not nice. People have feelings, and it's not okay. It's not okay.
By no means. Like, seriously, if I want a toothpick and I want to warm my toothpick up in the wintertime, let that be my business.
Let me warm that toothpick up and let it be my business. Absolutely.
That's it. 'Cause I'm not.
And I don't think, and this is for misters. I don't think that guys realize how weight, and maybe they do, but weight affects us women in many, many ways. I mean, our bodies are constant, and I'm not going to give you a health lesson, but our bodies are constantly changing.
But that's because we're hormonal.
Yes.
And it has a lot to do with hormones.
Absolutely. Like, some days, I just want to eat. I like food, okay?
I mean, hey.
And it's just like, you know, we can't pick out like some guys can because of their fast metabolism. But
exactly. Well, most guys can, because even the fattest guy can lose weight by just changing his eating habits and lose about 20 pounds in a week.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't understand that our build genetically is just different, and it's harder for us to lose weight. Especially because we're hormonal, we carry it right in the midsection most of the time.
Yep. And
they give us shit for it, but you know. But yes, mixed weight relationships, I mean, it's a thing. I don't believe that it's going anywhere.
No.
As much as you skinny guys like to say y'all don't like bigger women, statistics show that BBW porn is the most watched porn.
Interesting.
Yes. So the proof is in the pudding. So we don't want to hear it no more.
Okay, well listen, that shut me up. So interesting. But
yeah.
Okay, well I think we're gonna move it right along. To, I know this is I don't know if I should say every man's favorite woman, famous woman right now, but Lori Harvey.
Okay.
We all know that she has dated some
high profile,
some top of the line dudes.
Some dudes I'm jealous that she's dated.
Trey Songz. You got Future.
Yes. Well, anybody jealous about Future? Have him.
I don't know if this is like a rumor or not. Maybe you can kind of clarify. P. Diddy. Did she date P. Diddy?
Yes, she did date P. Diddy.
That's what I thought. So, P. Diddy.
But let's not forget my husband, Michael B. Jordan.
Well, listen, I didn't bring up his name yet. I was going to save him for last.
Okay.
But
okay, we getting there. There. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. Go ahead, sis.
But yes, and then last of all, Michael B. Jordan. Now, she is dating, and I want to make sure I'm saying his name right, Damison Idris. So, I thought maybe he's related to Idris Elba, especially because he's British. But no, he is the main star on Snowfall. Okay. And Snowfall is on Hulu, if I'm correct. I've watched a little bit of it, but not a lot.
Okay. I know this ain't the topic, but I tried to watch Snowfall. I watched all about I gave it a valid try. Because everybody talks so highly of that show. Yeah. I gave it a valid try. I'm pretty sure I watched at least 4 or 5 episodes. And I kept finding myself rewinding because I wasn't paying attention.
I can agree with you on that.
I couldn't get into it. It's not Power. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's Power Light.
Yeah. That I can definitely agree with that. I definitely didn't pay much attention to it, but I do remember his face being the main star. So, with that being said, supposedly she is dating him now. They're hopefully maybe we can find a picture and put it up.
Yeah,
but they're all booed up, kissing. And
let me Google this photo right now. What's his name? Idris Light.
Damison, I think Idris.
Damison, I'm sure. Okay, there you go. Yes. Damison Idris. Continue, sis. I just wanted to see them kissing because I just can't even picture it. That don't even look natural to me.
Well, it's a kiss on the cheek. You know what I mean?
It just looks wrong. But the thing about it is with her history and her running streak. Watch he be the one that she actually settled down with.
This is my thing though. This is what got me when I, because I just feel like this is this girl's business, okay? Like, she's 26 years old. This man that she's dating now is 31. That's a couple years, apart.
That's
but
about normal.
And I feel like it's normal, but it's just like, sis, what was wrong with Michael B. Jordan?
And we will never know.
Listen, we won't never know.
Because he will never say nothing about it. And I wish he would.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, deep down inside, of course, from the outside looking in, I would like to say, obviously, her running streak ain't that tight. So it gotta be her. She gotta be the problem.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, something tell me Michael B. Jordan could have possibly been a problem. But we will never know.
This is my thing, though. Like, okay, so, tell me if I'm wrong. They broke up because of her not wanting to get married.
That's what they say.
That's what they said. Why not still date? Like, what stopped them from...
This is my thing. It probably wasn't a conversation of whether she wants to get married right now. It was probably a conversation of whether she wants to get married at all. And to a person that would like to be married one day, if I'm dealing with somebody that clearly tells me that they don't want to get married, that might be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. Never thought about it like that. So he's... How old is Michael B. Jordan? Do we know? Can we look that up real quick?
He probably like our age. He gotta be
30.
Maybe 30. Yeah.
And if he's the same age,
he's probably a little bit older than us. He's probably like 35.
I'm just curious.
Let's see. 35. See, I know Babu.
Yeah. So this guy's a little bit younger. He's 31. But hopefully he doesn't. What if he's like, listen, I want to get married too one day.
Right.
What is she gonna run away from this one? Like, and I know.
Honestly, we don't know the context because we don't know which way the conversation went.
Yeah,
whether it was she just didn't want to get married to him,
right,
or she just didn't want to get married at all.
Yeah.
Neither one of them spoke out about it and cleared up what was going on. Personally, I feel like it was a cop out. I feel like it probably had nothing to do with that. I just feel like that was something that was easy for everybody to accept and not question. And so they just brushed on past it and moved on.
And then it gets me to thinking, like, are they really just doing this for publicity? Is it just really all a publicity stunt? Okay, we look good together. We're both famous.
Well,
let's just do it.
I can tell you I'm not mad about it. Because that means Michael B. Jordan is still on the market for me. Cheers.
Listen. So with that being said, I just feel like, a lot... People need to mind their business. That's me saying it the nicest way possible. Let this girl date who she wants to date first and foremost. It is fun talking about it. It is fun, watching it on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff. But
there's no reason why it should have been the first thing I opened my eyes to this morning, to be honest.
Literally.
I was like, why is everybody talking about Lori Harvey on Facebook?
And it was trending on Twitter. So it was a hashtag. So I'm just like, please let this girl live. I can only imagine probably how she's feeling. Like, you're shining the light on her. Listen, she's famous. She's going to date famous people. Just like we're regular and we date regular people. It's just not for the world to see. And this is. So let the girl live. She's beautiful.
So guys, ready for conspiracy talk?
Listen, I got conspiracy fingers.
Look, we ain't taking spirit fingers.
Yeah, conspiracy talk. Oh shoot! But
all right. So what you got on your list this week?
Oh my gosh! Listen, we're going to talk about. I was going to say Kevin Hart. Listen, this.
Well, I mean, he's often in the conspiracy talk world too.
And he is. I actually seen him at his comedy show, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Kanye West. We all know Kanye West is deemed to be crazy. They're always, what is Kanye West doing? How is he acting? His family, his daughter, Kim Kardashian. Listen, all
constantly trying to discredit him.
All the time. So my conspiracy talk with him is the fact that he went missing. I do think that now they found him, but supposedly he's married.
What?
Yeah, listen. Supposedly. Conspiracy. What? I don't know.
What?
Yeah. So with that being said, he went missing. I think he was missing for maybe maybe a week. And my thing is, this goes into cloning. We already know that cloning is possible. They clone sheep, animals. You can clone your dog. Who's to say that they haven't cloned him?
Listen, they have said that, I mean, conspiracy time.
Yeah, right.
Like, they have said that that's the reason why he be wearing a mask and stuff.
Mhm.
Because you can't tell that it's him.
Right.
So, I don't know. At this point, I really don't know because, like, I'm on the fence about it. I've been a Kanye West fan for a very long time.
Right.
And so, the thing that I think makes it believable for me is how he code switches so well.
Mm.
But with that being said, I code switch very well. So I mean, I don't know, but I just like, I feel like sometimes we get to see the raw, the gutter, the Chicago Kanye West, the college dropout Kanye West.
Yeah.
But then when he's on Larry King, well, yeah. And I'm just like, but he is articulate though.
Right.
So I'm like,
and I like what you just said, how you can turn it on and turn it off. So can I. We can turn it on
and turn it off.
And we can turn it off. That's human nature, I feel like. Especially, I want to watch how I say this. Especially in the black culture. We have to learn to turn it on and turn it off.
Absolutely.
Because, not to get off subject, but if we go into an interview, rolling our necks and popping our gum, they're not going to
take us seriously.
They're not going to take us seriously. So with that being said, he has to learn how to turn it off. On top of it, he's a businessman.
Absolutely.
Like, let's be honest here. His Yeezys have blown up.
Absolutely. I think one of the reasons as to why I don't 100% believe that they have cloned that man is because I believe that he is doing something that nobody has ever done before. Mm-hmm. I believe that if they cloned Kanye West, he would not be making this much noise. That's my personal opinion. He's making too much noise.
Yeah.
Like, he is, like, going against the grain in a way that we've never seen anybody do it before.
And listen, and we know what happens when they start
going against the grain.
And I'm not even
and that's why they said check up on Kanye West, because he went missing. And niggas like,
yeah, hello?
Where the hell he going? Did they kill him?
Listen.
But the thing about it is, I saw, and I did see a conspiracy this morning on this topic. They have been saying that, people have been criticizing Kanye West for everything that he's been doing, but literally not understanding that this is exactly what Kanye West has been wanting. Like, he's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. He's making moves. Like, the thing about it is, with everything that he has done with, Balenciaga not being, his sponsor no more, without the bank telling him they won't keep his money no more, with all these different situations where they dropping him from every deal that he has, this man still is a millionaire.
Yeah.
And they can't take that away from him.
And they can't, and I've actually heard him say that on an interview, that he, regardless of who doesn't sponsor him, who doesn't stand behind him, he's still gonna make his shoe. First of all, let me just say this. I know everybody likes, not everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but most people enjoy wearing his shoes. I have a couple pair of them. They're very comfortable.
They just too damn expensive for me.
Listen,
sorry.
They're very comfortable.
Sorry, Yeezy. I got some Yeezy slides, but they came from Walmart.
But listen, they're comfortable. That's my whole point in saying it. And they are
good looking shoes.
But they're very, 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 very comfortable on the feet. Very comfortable. So regardless, my whole point in saying that, he's gonna make money regardless if somebody's backing him or
just
not.
off of being Kanye West.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Like, I will say, I'm guilty of having a love-hate relationship with Kanye. I am guilty of that. I love Kanye. I love the whole, a-hole persona. I love how much impact he has. The one thing that I couldn't stick by him with that whole Yeezus stuff. The Bible of Yeezy and all this other stuff. That is where I drew the line.
Yeah. That's when he had his church and stuff like that? Okay.
That is where I was like, yo, this is like a cult. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to take this.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take it. But even with that being said, obviously this stuff happened after that. I still stand with Kanye because I feel like he's an evil genius. I feel like he does things to get us talking, and if you're really paying attention, you see what he's trying to do.
Absolutely. 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 I don't know. I like Kanye. I do. I like Kanye. He's a little cray-cray, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So,
Yes.
with that, that's my conspiracy talk. What do you got for today?
Oh, man. I'm not well researched today. I'm going to be honest with everybody. But it's very surface level.
Okay.
And I may have information for y'all next week on it because I just couldn't find it. I don't know if it was because they took it off of TikTok or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But there was a guy about, I want to say there was a guy about maybe a week and a half ago now. Don't remember his name. He was in the mountains some day going where. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Now I don't know what his name is, but apparently he's a very well-known guy on TikTok who, always talks about conspiracies and stuff like that. Wait, hold up.
What?
Okay, so this is the story. He was riding. Now I gotta see where the heck it is. He was riding past these mountains. Put it like this: he was riding past some mountains. As he was riding past some mountains, he's filming with his camera something literally in the distance that you can see clear as day. And he's like, what is that? And so, they're thinking that this man saw a giant in real life. So basically, he saw this giant figure. He kept moving. He came back later in the day. When he came back later in the day, he encountered a CIA agent that basically had the road blocked off and told him to go back the other way. When he went back the other way and went home, he looks through his blinds. He sees that same CIA vehicle outside his window.
What?
Last week, they said that they could not find this man. He went missing.
Oh, no.
Now, what I'm just seeing, that they found him dead.
Oh my God.
But we'll have more information on that next week once I do a little bit more research.
Definitely just got chills.
Yes. Crazy stuff going on in this world. Like we said, with every conspiracy theory, take it with a grain of salt.
Absolutely.
Believe what you want to believe. Take a little bit, leave a little.
Yep.
But was there anything else you wanted to talk about tonight, sis? Or did we talk about everything?
I think we talked about everything, honestly. Yeah, we talked about everything.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to Sister Talk. I'm Gold Chain Diva, Gold Chain __ Diva. And this is my co-host.
And I'm Miss BB. That's M_Z_BB.
Yep, and make sure you follow us and leave any comments in the comment section. We will be sure to address anything that you all leave in the comment section on our next episode. Hope you enjoy and see you next week.